All right, guys, just give me 1 minute and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. See, I was going to go ahead and play like Irish music and stuff. But if I do that, I can get like deboosted or whatever on YouTube. They'll like copyright it or whatever, so I can't like play any Irish music, which kind of sucks. Got my beads on, got my green shirt on. We're gonna be hanging out tonight. Got my Guinness here. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. I don't even think anybody is actually watching the stream yet, and I might be talking to myself, but my desk is dirty. Hold on a second. Desk is dirty. I gotta. There we go. It's a whole bunch of stuff on my mouse mat and my desk and stuff. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? It looks like Bitcoin is still ripping. And my wife actually just got back from the store. So there will be Irish car bombs at some point during the stream, which is pretty awesome. Let's see. Well, without further ado, I guess I'll just go ahead and get into the charts real quick. To be honest, I kind of want to more like relax on the stream instead of like, oh my God, the economy. It's like, it's kind of a cool holiday, so I kind of want to take advantage of it. Let me switch over to here real quick. This weekly candle is pretty ridiculous here. So this is the kind of thing where like I can already tell you what my plan is for next week. And I know that there's going to be tons of volatility for FOMC and stuff. FOMC is on Wednesday. I am going to be streaming for that. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. I believe it is, well, let's Federal Reserve. Normally they do it at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Let's just go ahead and look at it real quick and just see exactly what it says on their website. Here. Okay. Wednesday, 2 o'clock. So the speech is at 2 o'clock, and then the speech is at 2, and then the press conference is at I guess like 2:30 or whatever after his speech. So not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. You guys are saying you can't see anything. You guys should definitely be able to see the stream because I'm literally watching a live copy of the stream on YouTube as I'm streaming it. Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, if you can't see something, like I know that my screen is broadcasting. I was like, well, that's really weird. Yeah, no, it should be totally fine. It was probably because I had the thing on my screen for a minute when I first started talking, but yeah, you guys are good. So 2:00 on Wednesday is the FOMC meeting on the 22nd next week. So there's probably going to be a lot of volatility from here on out, just like we got today. So, you know, that's probably what I'm going to be expecting for Wednesday as well. So lots of volatility with that. I am going to stream the FOMC live at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is, I guess, 1 p.m. Central Time for me. So let's see. Weekly chart. Man, it's getting intense here with this really, really solid weekly candle. Normally, when you get a really big weekly candle like this, you get some kind of small pullback or whatever, and then some kind of a continuation. I would be personally expecting some kind of a continuation here, just because if we come down to this daily time frame and we really look at the structure here, these were our overall range highs from this whole thing that we weren't able to break before, which is right here. Okay, and we just broke those. Okay, this candle confirms that. We even broke through this resistance of our previous low from this consolidation over here before whichever crash this was. I don't know if that was like Luna or US. I think this was Luna and UST. Then we chopped and went sideways. This was the FTX collapse. So I think this was like UST and Luna back here. But our low from the previous consolidation after that, we kind of broke through that just now as well. So for the long term, I mean, I would definitely be expecting this to be continuing overall. This is a really nice solid bounce here. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that the OBV looks like garbage here. The fact that we broke down out of this channel while we were making higher highs on the chart is pretty concerning for me. So either this is just divergence and we're going to see some kind of pullback at some point, like next week or the week after. But I don't know. This kind of situation, I don't really like seeing stuff like that on such a high macro. But there is no divergence up here. This candle just invalidated the divergence that we did have on the weekly RSI. So I don't know. I'm kind of neither here nor there about it. But we're coming up to retest major levels here at 28,850. That's going to be major resistance for us. But if we come down, like I said, to that 1 day chart, you guys can see here how we broke through this high as well. So we broke through our range high here, and then we also broke through this high on one big candle. If we take a look at the volume per bar, the volume per bar was actually really good. We got increasing volume here as we were moving to the top side. I honestly, until this candle, obviously this is the daily chart, so this was today's candle that just closed. Before this volume that we got, I honestly was expecting this to probably be turning around here. Oh, snap. I have just been gifted a Irish car bomb. This is your beer, but it got warm, so I'm drinking it. Yeah. Cheers. Love you. Ah, that's good. Okay, so that's Irish car bomb number 1 of the evening. So, I guess I'll do one Irish car bomb for every chart time frame I look at. We do a little Irish car bombs. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, wow, that was... Whew, my wife pours strong drinks. And I don't know if it's my fault, but I like it. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty strong. Until today, when we got this massive bullish volume bar, I honestly really thought that this was going to be flipping over here because if you do a little rewind here back to before that candle happened for the day, right? So this was, I'm like, okay, this is basically me going over the reason why I lost the trade for that short and going over why I entered the short in the first place. Okay, so I caught a lot of shit for opening up that trade. Oh, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. It's like, okay, well, I mean, I've been trading markets for 12 years. Clearly, if I'm still here, I'm successful overall. But one of the main reasons why I was looking at shorting this was because this volume was decreasing through here during our uptrend. Okay, so from here all the way up to here, our volume was decreasing overall. And I really thought that this was going to end up flipping over very hard, and we were going to end up seeing divergence. So we're getting divergence anyway, even with breaking these highs as of right now. This is going to end up probably showing divergence. We'll get a lower high here. But in general, I'm staying flat right now. I'm not longing this. I missed my opportunity to do that. I thought that we were going to be probably flipping over. What the hell is this? I thought that we were probably going to be flipping over through here, but honestly, if that's not happening now, it's probably going to happen higher up, maybe like 28 or even maybe 30K-ish. I know that 30K for most everybody that has been long, especially since like 20K and below, like that's a target, right? Like you went up 10K, that's a huge uplift. What is your bias towards the upside now with the break of 27? So with the break of 27, I mean, first of all, everything here looks extremely bullish, right? Like this hasn't even confirmed yet. For all we know, this could flip over and just not cross, and we could continue to the top side and just see some kind of flatter consolidation here before moving up to 30K. I really think that that's a possibility at this point. This move overall, for the beginning of it, was really weak because it was like that one Coinbase buyer and that one Binance buyer just like twapping the shit out of it and just market buying and just time weighted average pricing it all the way up, and it kept chasing the price up. That was one of the other fundamental reasons why I thought that the price was going to be flipping over, because I was watching the cumulative volume deltas on Coinbase and on Binance, and those started tanking and those started tanking and fell off yesterday. So that was another reason why I thought that it would be appropriate to start laddering into a short. Now, obviously, this is the reason why we have stop losses. Not every trade idea is going to work out. I had a pretty high conviction in that one. Normally, with that strong of a gut feeling and a conviction, normally my trades end up working out. This one just did not. So, it kind of is what it is. It's no real biggie. It was a calculated loss at the end of the day, but there was people that were trolling me like really, really hard all up in my Twitter DMs about, oh, well, this and that. Like, why would you short here? It's like, well, I had conviction because of X, Y, and Z, and the volume showed me this and this and that. Like, I had a good reason for that setup, and it was a calculated loss. So I don't feel bad about taking the position. I never do. It's just, I don't know. Like, I got an unusual amount of like weird DMs for that trade, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, as soon as it broke 2650, I was stopped. So it doesn't really matter. Like, for me at this point, I'm looking for any retraces to be buying dips from here, especially like on the macro, like on the daily chart. I'm looking for some kind of a pullback here. If I do have good, consistent proof now at this point that the volume might be taping off, maybe I go into like a half size or a quarter size short scalp just to catch that before longing the dip. But either way, I'm going to be longing the dip regardless of if I hit the short scalp or not. So that's going to be one thing that I'm looking at here. Another thing is like all of our divergences got blown out, right? So like all of these I kind of shot my shot a little too early because these divergences now have been invalidated, right? So like through here, we had divergence, but now we got a higher high in price here. And we also got a higher high on our RSI compared to this last peak. So that's good. Like those are good things. Those are bullish things that invalidated the bearish divergence. This is going to move to the top side. I have no, I'm not going to hold back in terms of, trying to take a, like a buy, to buy the dip or whatever. That's definitely a thing that I will be doing. So that said, let's take a look at our OBV. Our OBV looked like absolute hot garbage here. And we actually just broke above this little level again. We're kind of hitting this little level of consolidation here. These have been really key levels all through here, ranging back to here when we were at our lows consolidating. So that's kind of where we're at with the OBV right now. But again, I see this moving up, over probably next week. This is also really going to heavily depend on the decision that the Fed makes. And your guess is as good as mine at this point of what they're going to do. So like they bailed out the banks. That's going to be rough. Clearly, there's tons of pressure on our institutions. The Fed just raised their balance sheet by $300 billion. That's a very significant amount. They had brought it down, I think, about $1 trillion over the last year or two as they've been hiking rates and stuff and, clearing out a lot of their balance sheet. But with bailing out all of those banks and injecting, using $300 billion or whatever, their balance sheet is still lower than it was 2 years ago, but, not by $1 trillion, but, 700 billion. Okay. So like, that's kind of where that is. To me, that's neither here nor there. But at this point, with what's been happening with the banking institutions, it's kind of anybody's guess what they're going to decide to do in terms of hiking rates. I see them doing 25 basis points. I don't see them stopping. If they did that, the markets are going to rip. Like the bottom is probably in. That means that they're probably going to shift to QE, which in general, in my opinion, long term is not going to be good for us here in the United States. Like that has a very high possibility of sending us into full blown hyperinflation if they decide to do that, especially with adding $300 billion that soon after, reducing their balance sheet. Like I don't think that that's a good idea. BTC dominance is dropping pretty fast. I feel like it may be an alts rally. So alts, for the most part, have been rallying. They've been doing a lot better. Like Didex, for instance, I know that I've had this chart. And like for more information on like these more like swing alt setups and stuff, go into the description below and make sure that you guys are following at Venom Algo. That's where I post these and also news and updates about the Venom Algo, which currently is in beta at Astrobit. More information on that again on the pinned tweet on at Venom Algo on Twitter. So if you guys want more information about that, go check that out. But anyway, at the end of the day, I think my average entry for basically once this area broke, this little green bottom here, this is where I bought. And then I think I bought again up here on this rally, like at about $3. I know that my average entry is $2.75 here. I missed this dip and I did not get a chance to buy at $1.80, which I'm kind of sour about because that would have brought my my average entry down to like $2.25 and I'd be pretty nice in profit here on spot. But I've got a pretty big bag of Didex. And the reason why is I think Didex is going to go to the fucking moon because I think that Europe and the United States, after this whole banking stuff, they're going to use that as an excuse to just absolutely regulate crypto into the ground. And I think decentralized exchanges are really going to be the future for us as traders in terms of being able to effectively use platforms to be trading our cryptocurrency, but also being able to self-custody our stuff. That is hugely important. Like, do not underestimate at this point with regulations and how those are going to be transpiring of the importance of self-custody and the importance of real deal decentralized exchanges. That is extremely important. So, centralized exchanges for the most part, the big ones like Coinbase, Binance, Bitfinex, like those are probably never going to go anywhere. They're probably fine. Like Femex, Deribit, like all of the big name, like first tier exchanges, those are probably good. As long as we don't see any actual real stablecoin DPEGs, like the whole USDC scare, as long as we don't see another big stablecoin DPEG, I think most of those big first, like top tier, like exchanges like Binance and Coinbase and stuff, they're probably fine. Like Bitfinex is going to be fine. Binance is fine. Coinbase is fine. Bar like USD, like an actual catastrophe, and Tether is depegging or something. Like that's the only way that I would see, like a real big systemic problem in the big like name brand exchanges that have the most liquidity on them is like a Tether crash or something. And I really don't think that that's going to be happening anytime soon. But this is going to be the banking thing is a major reason of why world governments and stuff are going to be coming after crypto. So I think decentralized exchanges are going to be the way to go. I've had a lot of luck trading Mask and Ocean. What's an Alco? Shut up, Bacon. You're in the beta, for Christ's sakes. I think Gabe might be too. Not sure. I don't know what his Discord handle is, but a lot of luck with Mask and Ocean. I have really just been focusing on Didex and accumulating, getting a really, really big spot position with a really low average under $3. I want to keep my Didex spot under $3. I think I hold maybe 15 or 20,000 of these now. I've been accumulating all through here. And my average is like sitting at about 275, 265. So like I wanted to keep my average under $3 at least for now, until like we see like some major run up on this. I definitely think this is at least going back to its all-time high. Once it breaks this range, this is going to be the next area I'm targeting, which is about $6-7. So that's going to be like a really key level for me to be watching is like right here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to end up happening. Can I explain why I'm super bullish on Didex? I mean, I kind of just did, but the stream is a little delayed, so I don't have the beta yet, but I will ask soon. Gabe, all you gotta do is sign up for if you want to get into it early, just as a thank you for being tuned into the stream or whatever. I'll tell you how to do it right now, and this applies to anybody. If you're here watching the stream, you have to be an Astrobit member to be able to do this. That means that you have to like and subscribe to this channel and like and follow the @VenomAlgo on Twitter. Do those two things, then go to astrobit.io, make an account. It's free. Yes, you have to add credit card information, but you're not going to be charged for anything. After you sign up for that, you'll get an email, and that will have an invite link into the Astrobit Discord. When you're there, follow the instructions in the Cobra Venom chat. There's a pinned message. Follow those instructions, and I will get you into the channel. So far, I don't think anybody's missed anything. The volume has been really wonky on this price structure up here on Bitcoin, and I'm thinking that my algo is still holding spot and is flat. I don't think it's in a long right now. So Astrobit is the Leo Crypto. Astrobit is the that's the platform that I've been working with the CEO with very closely for 2 years. That's being built out, and it's an entire platform. So they do. I think it's turned off right now because they're doing big upgrades, but they do DeFi staking, all API trading and stuff with their automated trading strategies, and all of that stuff. There's a lot of other features that are about to be coming out very shortly. I'm under NDA, so there's not. I'm not actually sure which ones I'm allowed to talk about or not, but they specialize in API trading. They do all of that good stuff. So Leo Crypto is trolling me. I just said all of that. Leo and Bacon are trolling me in the chat right now. F in the chat for me re-explaining what it is when all you have to do is go to the website anyway. Makes me feel like I need more Guinness. Anyway, no, I mean, that's good. I should be talking about it on stream anyway, so I'm all right with that. That's a live sauce cart. Those things hit. Anyway, Bitcoin is looking strong here. Let's come down to a 4 hour. I don't know what this line is here. Let's just delete that. What I thought was really funky, and this was another reason why I really thought that this was going to flip over here. was all these wicks here, like this really slow, grindy, weird, like doji big wicks to the tops and bottoms, like kind of consolidated area here that we had. It looked really, really weak there. And I really thought that it was going to be breaking down. Like, look at that volume on the 4 hour. It looked so bad through here. Like this little section, there was no volume all through here. Like it was dead. Like look at the candles through here and then look at the volume. It was so bad. And I thought for certain that would flip over, but at least I got stopped out early. It's cool. I got stopped out above the highs. It kept going. That's fine with me. For all we know, this could be the last leg of a wave 5. I don't know. I'm not like a crypto Elliott, like an Elliott wave guy. Yeah, big F in the chat, Bacon, for real. Like big F in the chat. Yeah, I think I even said that to I think I said that to Nick and the dev team of Astrobit. I was like, oh my God, like big F in the chat. The algo hasn't fired because the volume was so low all through here, so it didn't catch this move to the top side. It's still sitting flat, and I personally was in a manual short and got fucking just completely blown out. So I mean, it happens, right? Like, you're not going to win every trade. Not even an automated trading system is going to catch every trade. Like, it's just not the way that it works. It's unreasonable to think that anything or anybody is ever going to be 100%. Like, it just doesn't work that way. Even 90% is like the most rare of rare things. It just doesn't work like that. Normally, most people are like 60-40, And if you manually trade, you can actually be 40-60. And you could still come out at least break even or slightly in the profit if you manage your position size well and have good risk management. So, it's just mostly about money management and risk management. BTC surges over 10%. Gemini CEO asks 30K Bitcoin at the end of the weekend. Anything under 120% win rate is a scam. 100% agree. If you're not winning more than the price action can actually move, then you're not a real trader. 100%. Bacon Brigade got it there. But yeah, no, I mean, at this point, all we can do, if you guys are already long, fantastic. I didn't take the long trade on this. I thought that this was going to end up flipping over. With the decisions and the fundamental announcements and stuff that we were getting for legacy markets, I thought that this was going to flip over. Is this the kind of, everyone's running to Bitcoin as a safe haven to like hedge themselves against the fucking catastrophe that is the dollar? I don't know. I mean, it could be a combination of that. It could be a combination of the US government wants to highly regulate it, so damn, we better buy as much as we fucking can now so that we can prove that we bought it before the regulations kicked in or whatever. Could it be that, as well as, CZ and whoever that big whale was on Coinbase that was just twopping the living hell out of Bitcoin and running the shit up into the moon while all of the derivatives traders were just kind of along for the ride. Speaking of the derivatives traders, we're getting at very high levels here. Not here. Let me refresh that and we'll come back to that. But let's refresh this and we'll take a look at this. These charts are brought to you by highblockcapital.com, by the way. No, I'm not sponsored. I pay for this service myself. But if you guys are interested in these and you want more information or you want to help support the channel, ref link is down in the description below. Yes, I know, shameless plug, whatever. But anyway, this chart looks friggin' ridiculous. So like we literally wiped out all of the shorts, like literally everything. So I naturally thought like, okay, like 27K, like 27.2 maybe is probably like the top here. Then we started coming up even further, basically into 28K territory, and shorts are still building and giving more fuel. But it's, for the most part, it's starting to thin out up here. Like if we zoom in, you can actually tell like there's actually like people that are buying right up here that are at the top, that like they bought here. They bought all these little green dots in here. If you zoom in and you look, all these little green dots up here on the candlesticks, those are all buys. So like literally all of these people that bought up here, they all just bought the top and they're immediately underwater. It's kind of funny. So I thought that was kind of funny, but there are 26.6 in estimated total value of leveraged positions, and this is just on Binance. Okay, so that is a lot. If we change the granularity, I think it's less. I think it's like 20. Yeah, it's about like 15 or 18 or something. Yeah, it's like 17. Okay, so but in total for the whole thing, it's like 28 or 26 or whatever, 26 and a half. That's a shit ton. And that's just on Binance. So we'll take a look at the heat map real quick. This is the 12-hour Binance, BitMEX, and Bybit. So some of the top 3 majors. We'll go over this real quick. So it looks like this is our major pool of liquidity. So we'll just zoom into this and take a look. Okay, so this is kind of where we're at now. So we did not hit this pocket up here above us, which is shorts. Anything above the price action is short liquidity. Anything below is long liquidity, okay? And these are liquidation levels only. These aren't limit buys and stuff like that that you would see on, what is it called? Lightmap? Something. There's another really popular platform that I did a tutorial on a long time ago. And it shows you a heat map, but it's not liquidations. It's like limit orders and stuff. So if you're using that other platform, just like keep that in mind. Like these are not limit orders. These are actual estimated liquidation levels aggregated from these 3 exchanges. So it's a little bit different. But if you're a volume trader like me, these things are like super invaluable. Absolutely love these. There's a pretty big pool of liquidity below us. I think it's possible that, maybe we spring up to just over 28K and get like a wick up to 28.2 to snag this nice pocket of liquidity here. Hardcore yellow is about 600 million. So that's a good pocket of liquidity to hit there. After that, I think maybe we start moving to the downside and start retesting, into like the mid 26K area. That's definitely possible. So like that would be the short scalp if that played out. If I was going to short, I'd probably like ladder in a very small position with light leverage here. With maybe like 1 or 2 bids above that with a stop above like 28.2, 28.5. And that would be like my attempt at a short scalp here. In general, though, I'm looking to buy these liquidations, potentially all the way down to 25K. That's kind of the move for me. That's like the dip. That's the dip that I want to be buying here. I think 25K, that's going to be our retest. There's a ton of sell side liquidity for sure. Yeah, like people are selling into this hard right now. One, because they're either protecting their positions that they already have here and they're close to liquidation. And 2, everyone is just sick and tired of how far that this has run up without having any real substantial retrace. So that's kind of what's happening. For me, I don't really give a shit. Wherever whichever way the volume starts to go, that's kind of how I end up running and looking at my positions and stuff. If volume on an uptrend starts to taper off and there's already been a substantial amount of uptrend, that's probably not the kind of thing that I'm going to be buying. That's the kind of thing that I'm going to be looking to be shorting into. Like you want to sell the rips and you want to buy the dips, right? So, it's like normally you don't want to buy into like a really big green candle unless it just broke through like a massive level of resistance. And that's what just happened here. So like this was the candle to be buying right here, was when we broke through 25.8 and we started testing these highs. Like with this volume coming back into here, this was the candle to be buying, was when we closed below that high. So like if you bought 26K, I think you're safe up here. If you're scalping, maybe take a little bit of profit, never hurts to take some profit. Definitely always be taking profit. But yeah, no, I mean, like I'm a real trader. I'm in the trenches every day. So I don't really care what, like I post my trades online. I'm not in the Elevate Discord anymore. Me and them kind of parted ways. And I kind of just am doing my own thing on social media and on Twitter. And I don't really care what Twitter says. I post my stuff, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Whatever. But I post my losses too. A lot of those bigger like accounts and stuff, like they don't really post their losses. It's kind of shitty. They'll be like, look, I'm winning all the time. And it's like, no, you're really not. Like, let me know if there's coins that you guys want to look at, by the way. You guys are like quiet in the chat. So, suggestion: the stream's current bitrate is higher than recommended. Well, damn, that means that you're going to get higher than recommended quality. Boo-hoo. Actually, you know what? I can make it even higher quality and just like disable my VPN. But I don't know if that's going to break the stream or not. I hope that it doesn't. I hope it doesn't break the stream. If you guys don't have a VPN and you guys are worried about regulation and stuff like that, and you want to be getting your funds onto an exchange that's in another region, again, link down in the description for what I use, which is this. I use private internet access. I've been using it for years. I highly recommend it. It's fast. There's tons of regions. And it is, the best thing about it is cheap. And with the link in the description, you can get 30 days free. So yeah, so down here, these dips on this lower time frame, there's like 15 minutes. Yeah, I mean, everything is pumping right now, right? Of course, ETH is pumping. ETH is pumping too. Looks really strong here. Looks like we're finally breaking above this massive daily level of resistance. It looks like we're actually going to be reversing here and not having this huge continuation to the downside like me and a lot of other people were expecting here. We're finally breaking through this resistance. Drag this over. This in general to me was just like an absolutely massive pennant here. Major monthly resistance. We're breaking through it. Lincoln Tesla. I'm pumping right now. Oh my God. Bacon, you're killing me. We got to keep the stream PG. Otherwise, like, YouTube is going to yell at me. Yeah, so for the most part, I really still agree with the majority of this chart here. So this is kind of the way that I see it right now. I still really agree with this. So yeah, we've got our break this and we bull run. High is like 2250. So like you get like a 2250 close. That's like an official bull run. Anything above that, like you're definitely buying dips on, right? Breaking through here, already a really good sign. This could be a throw over and a fake out. Like we have seen that before, you know, like test this high, reject, and then just break down through the whole thing. We have seen that happen before. You can't count on a, you know, like a structure fake out though. Like that's like not a thing, but, yeah, so let's take a look at, I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one from each of you. So this is ETH. I mean, this is pretty much the same thing as Bitcoin. So, I'm going to do Link and I'm going to do EOS. Let's do Link. Oops, that's the wrong altcoin. Oof. Oh my God, the consolidation here is so hard. This weekly consolidation is just absolutely bonkers. It's in such a tight range here. What is this in like $1 or, oh my God, it's in like a $3 or $4 range. 526, like $9 at its highs, but its real highs are like down up in here. Like 820. Yeah, it's been sitting in like a $3 range since, Jesus, since April. Wow. Okay. Zoom in on a daily chart, see what we got. This I'm deleting. Like this channel doesn't, that's not valid anymore. It's been too long. Clearly this is a different kind of market structure that we have down here. It's no longer a channel. This I'm going to have only available on the daily chart. So we'll come down here to a 4-hour. Man, it's just like back and forth. Like it's been really, really sideways through here. So there's a couple levels that through here you could have been playing the entire time. So like that's one. Could have been playing this one. And then on the lower spectrum of things, could have been, well, no, that would have been too high. Could have been playing this one. And then obviously your lows, but this hasn't been touched again yet. It's only gotten swept once and it was immediately. But those are kind of the levels that you'd be playing in this range. I'd say at this point, like this is where you want to be breaking. Like you want to be breaking probably above $9, $10. From here, let's just make these only available on the 4 hour and above, and then we'll come down to a 1 hour. I like to organize my drawings on the time frames that I drew them on, because otherwise it gets too damn confusing for me. Come down to a 1 hour and see what we got here. Higher low. Okay. That was lower. That's fine. This needs to get pumped up a little bit, but we don't have well, there's a little bit of exaggerate on the RSI, but it's not that bad. I think this is going to keep going. This is probably going to keep going here. So this is working its way into this consolidation zone here right now on this 1 hour chart. Okay. This is your next little consolidation zone that you got. These are historical too. They come all the way back through here. Okay. Always look left for clues, right? I'm sure if I just kept drawing these over to the back, it's like, yeah, see? Okay. So this is clear. This is a little resistance zone that we got through here. Every time we've broken through here, it's either we've broken through it, retested it, and kept going, or it like broke through and then immediately broke back down. So, I mean, you know, like if we're bull running, then yeah, like, you know, longing into resistance for the culture, right? That's kind of the thing. Let's long into resistance for the culture. But at the end of the day, these are pretty positive bullish candles here. There was this bearish hammer here. We got a small retrace, and then it immediately popped, right? A little spinning top bottom, and then it just kept going. Bullish hammer here. Doji, bullish engulfing. Got another big bullish hammer here. This is looking like it's going to close as a doji. Yeah, this is probably going to keep going up. It might consolidate a little bit. But if I was going to be longing this, like this would be my, like if I was going to be scalping this right now, like this would be my stop. Like anything like $7 would probably be my stop loss, like below here. Especially if you ladder in, like you could market buy here and then you could make this a ladder and then you could make this a ladder. Oops, sorry, this one, right? And you could have a couple ladders in here, basically making your position, that's a short, basically making your position look something like that, where you'd be expecting a run up to this next resistance, okay? That's a 3 to 2 trade. That's not bad to catch like a small dip here in this consolidation area. But just keep in mind that on your higher time frame, you're at resistance here. So coming into a shorter time frame, like a 1 hour, to plan where you're going to be bidding is a good idea. Like, right? Like you can bid these highs, you can bid this, and you can have this as your stop, or you could have a third bid here and you could put your stop loss even lower. And basically that would put your average entry somewhere around here and your stop loss would be probably here. And you'd still have that risk to reward. If you did get that third bid filled, this is probably where your average would be, somewhere around here. It's about a 4 to 1 trade. So not too bad there for buying a pullback. I said I'd take a look at EOS. I don't know if it's on this. No, it is not. EOS USDT. looks the same. This one looks stronger. This is like cleaner price action with better candles than Link did. Zoom out real quick. Oh my God. This is at all time. This is consolidating under all-time lows. So that's not necessarily a good sign. The volume is overall on the weekly not looking so hot here. It's just crypto industry stuff in general. We've got a pretty big trend line here that looks like it's getting retested right now. So that's positive. Trend line goes back pretty far too. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, this is more realistic, right? 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch, and then now we've got a retest here. That's probably the trend line that I would be using. Let's keep that on the week and the daily. Come down to a daily. We can adjust this just a little bit. Something like this. Yeah, nice clean touches on this trend line here. That's pretty good. The volume per bar overall is increasing on this. That's nice. I like that. Got that increasing volume. Really, really easy to see there. There's no bearish divergence where we're making a higher high on the RSI and a lower high in price. So this is consistent. That's good. With generally increasing volume, that's good. What does the momentum look like? The momentum there is bearish divergence, and this might be flipping over. You might see more consolidation in here then before another pop, but I think in general, this is probably going to end up going up over time. Yeah, really good consistent OBV here too. This obviously was really choppy because of the small price action. Low. So here on the OBV, you're able to see that divergence before it happened, right? See? Got the higher high in price, lower high in OBV. That led to a sell-off. And then you got the lower low on the OBV. So now it caught up and it's consistent. And now it's starting to reverse and move higher. The only thing that's concerning me is that we're getting a lower low on the price action now. And we're getting an equal high on the OBV from here, which is a little sketch. But I think if more volume comes into this, this is probably going to be fine. Overall, if you're going to be accumulating altcoins for like a long term, like I mean really long term, like the next year or two, like you're planning for the next bull run. Like that's what you're doing by like buying EOS at the bottom. Like for me, I'm accumulating a shit ton of DIDEX because I have strong conviction that DEXs are going to be a really big deal in the future. If you have conviction in it, you've read the white papers, you follow the project, maybe you're involved in their community, and you have conviction on that trade because it has a use case, it has utility, whatever else. The charts, it's like at all-time lows, and the dev team never stopped, and that those are all things that you have to take into consideration when you start buying. EOS is kind of even considered a grandpa coin at this point. I mean, it's been around for a while. What is this? $2018. Yeah, it's been around for a while. So it's kind of a grandpa coin, but it's kind of one of those coins that like never really recovered and did anything. And it absolutely got smashed this bear market. Overall, because of that, like here's my thing. Like in 2021, like this never broke all-time highs. For me, that's a big red flag. Like if you were going to make this like a longer term play where you would be looking to get back up, into this territory, $2-3 or something, then maybe. But if this didn't break all-time highs during the biggest Bitcoin crypto bull run in history, where we went from literally $4,000 to $65,000 in like a year and a half, it didn't even break all-time highs, like, yeah, it might not be a good thing to be holding on. There's probably better opportunities for you to allot your money to. So like for me, this isn't something that I would load up super heavy on spot on. This is the kind of thing where I'd allocate maybe like a 2 or 1% per portion of my portfolio, and take like a 1 or 2x leveraged long and just like buy it here, have another buy down at like fucking 80 cents and a 65 cents, and just like forget about the trade on like 1 or 2x for like a year. And then just kind of come back and look at it and be like, oh, look, it came up to 230. Cool, I'll close it. But this isn't that's not the kind of coin that I would be accumulating for long term. There's no way. Let's see. There was some other ones on here. Theta. It's almost 9. Almost been streaming for an hour. So let me do these other couple altcoins and stuff. We'll probably take another Irish car bomb. And it sucks because I actually got to be working this weekend. I'm getting my website up. I know that a lot of you have been messaging me and being like, I don't know, I don't know, like I can't, the website says it's not done. And it's like, yeah, because it's not done. And planning on releasing that on Monday. Slow your roll, chill. I'm a one-man band here. I'm not paying somebody to do it for me. I do design and I do freelance work. I do video editing. I'm proficient in all that stuff. I'm making the website myself. I've always done all of my own stuff, my own branding, all of that. So, but I do have client work that I have to get done this weekend too, which I wasn't planning on doing. But we will get it all figured out. So let's do Theta. I don't even know if it's on the list. Here we go. Yeah, this kind of looks the same, except this looks a hell of a lot stronger. Like this actually had a bull run in 2021 and was like ripping to all brand new fresh highs. So this would be a coin that, this would be your overall, like for a bull run, this would be like your overall target is like you want to see it hit 15 or 20 bucks. Let's look at the overall volume here. Yeah, the volume really died off. I'm not seeing any spikes of volume though. So I'm not seeing any real big accumulative. It's all just kind of flat, which is good though. I mean, like it's good because it's bullish volume. So there is accumulation in here. But there's like no like big whales or anything like accumulating this. Like if there was, you'd see like 1 or 2 random like big spikes on the volume. So far not seeing that, but it is good and consistent, right? Like you're getting bullish volume as you're making lower lows, like through here, you've got this good trend line here. You've got this good trend line here. Okay. Almost a channel. Actually, you do have a channel. What is this? 18. Yeah. Got a nice descending channel with bullish volume. That's prime for a reversal here. Your momentum is in the bullish territory, but like it's kind of flat. That kind of sucks, but it is in bullish territory here. That's good. OBV for the most part has been making higher lows through here. So just barely, but it has been making higher lows, which is good. That's something that you want to see. Yeah, so on the weekly, this is actually looking pretty good. Like this is definitely a good spot to be, like $1 and under is definitely like a good spot to be buying this. Like if you wanted to accumulate some of this. Let's come down to a daily chart. This is probably going to retrace a little bit. There's like massive daily divergence here. And this is all flat on top. So yeah, you're probably going to see a little bit of pullback here on the daily then. Let's come down to a 4-hour. Yeah, this is breaking the highs and it's making a lower low. So yeah, you're probably going to see a little bit of pullback here. If you're going to be seeing pullback, where is it going to be to? Well, if this is your move, let's just say for a moment that you break those highs and you come up here, right? Just for the sake of example. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'd be looking for a sweep of these lows and then potentially maybe a little bit lower. But you probably don't want this low here. Like if you're looking for like smaller time frame plays, you probably don't want these lows getting taken. Where is it? These lows here. You probably don't want those lows getting taken. Like they can get swept, but you don't want to be closing below there. That's kind of what I'm saying. You don't want to close below there. That wouldn't be good. Breaking through this high, this resistance right here, that would be good. And yeah, again, you can just easily do this with trend lines, right? Like here's your trend line, right? In general, you probably don't want that trend line to be breaking. And then this is your high right now, okay? So that's kind of what you're looking at here. On a 1 hour, it doesn't really change too much. That's just your overall structure. OBV looks great, looks really strong. Momentum is bullish. In general, you have so far just increasing bullish momentum here. That's good. RSI looks strong. On the 1 hour, this looks perfectly good, but on the higher time frame, you might be expecting some kind of a pullback. Like $1 is definitely like in the $1 area. That's definitely your resistance here. Got to pump them out of here. Yeah, I'm about to be ending the stream anyway. It's 9 o'clock, so do a little outro here, and then I will catch up with you guys on Monday. I've got a lot of work that I got to get done this weekend, so that's kind of that. So tonight's going to be like a fun night, you know, for St. Paddy's Day. Cheers. Oh, are we going to be doing it all? But yeah, no. So for tonight, pretty much chilling. Tomorrow I'm going to be working website. It's going to be on a roll on Monday. So I am going to be doing courses and stuff there too. Some of you guys may have seen from other groups and whatever that I offered them to. I already have a course that's pretty much completely done, like the fundamentals. It was like I would dub it a beginner's course. I'm going to be doing that. That's going to be like a section on the website. Probably paid though, because it'll be like with a newsletter and everything. And then I'm going to be doing all fresh material for tutorials. That's going to be like an intermediate. I'm going to do an intermediate course. Then I'm going to do an advanced course. And those will all have like probably, I want to say 8 videos, like 8 modules in each one. So that's going to be a thing. Public free beta for the Venom algo that goes live on the 27th. Okay, so that is going to be on Monday, 2 weeks from now. I'm not doing it next week because next week is going to be crazy with the FOMC and it's like the end of the quarter and stuff. So I'm going to launch that and open it up for just the end of the end of the quarter there, and I think that that'll be fine. And then I'm planning on going live, completely live with it on April 3rd. So all you beta testers that stick around and everything, you know, you guys will then have full access to it and all of that stuff. Also, before it goes live, it's going to be AI optimized with machine learning. So that's going to be kind of a big deal. That's going to really change the game for the algo. It's already fantastic. Again, follow all the links down in the description below for more information on that stuff. High Block Capital. If you need a VPN, there's free 30 days there. Also, the Venom algo, Twitter, all that stuff is pretty important. So make sure that you guys, you know, check all that stuff out. If you guys are going out for St. Patrick's Day weekend, I hope you have a really good time and, you know, you're safe out there and everything. But other than that, I will see you guys on Monday. And then I'm also going to be streaming on Wednesday next week. So it's going to be a 2-stream week. I'll probably do a Bitcoin update video on Monday. I'm streaming Wednesday. Oh man, because my website goes live on Monday. So I'll probably do a Bitcoin update video on Tuesday with my expectations for FOMC. And then the next day on Wednesday, I'm streaming the FOMC. And then I'm doing my normal Friday night stream to kind of recap what happened for the week. So probably only one video next week. Consider I'm streaming twice. That's a lot of stuff to do. And I'm sure I'll have meetings and real life work. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm rambling here. I digress. I hope that you guys all have a wonderful night. And until next time,